Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Good morning. I'm back in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Back here on a semi-cloudy Monday morning. So we're back, and look at the parking lot. I mean, this is what we're dealing with, guys. I mean, it is, yeah, it's a little scary, just to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. And what's crazy is I talk to a lot of people in this industry, and everybody's pretty much dealing with the same thing. I mean, things are not what they were. Now, saying that, you know, end of March, 1st of April is kind of where the swing comes around, because everybody's starting to pull things out. The trees, I mean, there's a ton of pollen up here versus Northport, Florida. So the trees are changing, the season's changing. So, you know, maybe things are fixing to start moving. I don't know. But as a business owner, I mean, it's scary. I've not seen anything like it. And now that gas, like I left Northport Sunday morning and I paid $5.71 a gallon in Northport. Stopped at the Buc-ee's in Warner Robins and fueled, and it was $3.99 at the Buc-ee's. So, you know, gas prices being high, diesel fuel prices being high. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's scary, and it's not just me. It's literally everybody I talk to. So I don't know what the deal is. It's kind of interesting, but anyways, I'm up here for 2 weeks. We've got several things going on. I've got a bunch of basement areas lined up for here. And so yeah, so we're gonna touch on that, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what was going on, and you know, and as an owner, I'm nervous. I mean, again, it's different. So, but anyways, we got several things going on. We're gonna get rolling this morning. So yeah, welcome back to beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. All right, next project here in the shop is this '07 Tour. Now this one came in, and when we started diagging this compressor 2. Well, let me start here. The light would start flashing freeze sensor problem, and then within like 3 seconds, it would go out and the unit would come on and start running, but it would only operate compressor 2 was actually wired into compressor 1, and compressor 1 wasn't even coming on. So again, order operation, indoor fan, outdoor fan low, compressor 1, 30 seconds after that, outdoor fan shuts off, compressor 2 comes on, outdoor fan comes back in on high. It did not operate in that order of operation. So we went in here, pulled the board out, but now look at this. The tap's burned out on the back of the board. So put a board on it, found that the capacitor was low, and the PTC actually had the wrong PTC in it. It had 129 to 168 PTC, which is wrong PTC. So updated that, checked that. Now, once I put the board on, the order of operation was correct, but we still didn't have compressor 1. We had 120 on the incoming line, and when the relay clicked, we have 120 here, and that goes to compressor 1, but we got no compressor 1. So there's an issue either with the wire or the top of the overload on the compressor that's giving problems. Not quite sure, but unfortunately at this point we got to pull this unit out and actually see what's going on. So that's what we're doing now. All right, so we got the 6537 out. We did a test right here, and come to find out, the overload is bad. So that's all that was wrong with this one. So just had a bad overload. I've already ran it on the test bench. So at this point, just giving it a good bath. This one here had a bunch of carpet that had fell down in here, and the duct bill was actually plugged up with carpet. So I've got all that washed and cleaned out. But yeah, this one here's done. And then this other Winnebago Vectra that's in here, 06 Vectra. This gentleman has had several issues with this unit, and so we're actually just pulling this one out. We've got a rebuilt unit in there that we're going to swap him out with this one, and then we'll build on this one on our spare time. Back here on this 6537 that came in from another dealership, customer decided they wanted 2 brand new compressors. Compressor 2 was bad, but we went ahead and changed out both compressors in this per the customer. And then we had an issue where the outdoor fan motor really wasn't running. And so initially we thought, okay, it's a bad fan motor, but we got in here and got to looking, the fan blade's on backwards. The set screw for that should be right here, and it's not. So somebody's put this fan blade on backwards. So this may be just a motor may be all right, but because it had the way the fan blade was going. So we're gonna flip this fan blade and retest to make sure that the motor isn't the problem. So this is a 6537 that you saw us work on. Customer wanted 2 new compressors, biflow valves, and then we thought we had a bad outdoor fan motor. Come to find out, somebody changed the motor but put the fan on backwards. So we got it on the test bench, and that right there is 25-degree differential in air conditioning. So this one here is ready to ship back to its home in Louisiana. All right, so this is 6537 that I took in Monday on trade. Now I want to show you guys kind of what was going on with this, because this gentleman had been doing a bunch of work on this unit himself. One, had the wrong fan motor in here. This was just a single speed fan, so the fan wasn't running in low. They only had it wired in on high. They tried putting compressors in it and couldn't get the right reversing valves, so they put the wrong reversing valves in it. So that wasn't working right. And then they had gone in here and absolutely riveted. They riveted this whole thing was riveted together. No screws. Put rivets and everything. Problem is that they use stainless steel rivets instead of aluminum pop rivets. So stainless steel rivets were an absolute nightmare to get out. And then they wallered out the holes so bad on some of these that I've had to re-drill and re-tap some holes, because the holes are so large, can't get any normal screws in there, because right there you'll puncture a coil if you put a bigger screw in that. So yeah, a little bit of a nightmare, but I'll have this one refurbed. We got a customer coming in a few weeks, but yeah, they tried. All right, good morning. So we're out here working on an 09 Winnebago Tour. This customer here came to me from Oklahoma, and this unit originally had a 6538 in the bus, and they came to me all the way out here because pretty good sized dealership out in Oklahoma, under extended warranty, put a different unit in here, but they didn't attach the ductwork, and then told the customer that if they could find out a solution to fix it, to let them know. I mean, they spent a bunch of money on this and it don't work. And so the customer ended up here with us. So I'm going to show you what's going on, because unfortunately I get a ton of phone calls from people just like this, where dealerships have tried working on this stuff and they really don't understand the solution, or they try to make a solution and it still don't work. So we're going to show you what the solution is to fix it the right way, because I spent a lot of time understanding it. So let me turn the camera around. We're going to take a look at this. So initially this unit had 6538. 6538 has a top return, and the 46515 that they put in here obviously does not have that. Now, the bad part is, there's where the filter goes. And the return on this, look at this. There's your coil. So how is that coil drawing air from inside the bus when they put a plate over the filter? Besides the fact that, look at all that foam. They didn't even do the return correctly. But again, how can it draw cold air from inside the bus when there's nothing attached? I mean, it literally can't work, guys. So we're gonna pull this unit out. We're gonna get it modified. I've got the ductwork being made for it right now, and we're gonna fix this the right way. Something else I'm gonna show you here. This unit's not even secured. It's not even bolted in. So the door's the only thing holding this thing in here. So they literally just slid it in, hooked the wires up to it, foamed that, closed that off, and said, have a nice day. I mean, they took a lot of money through the insurance, extended warranty, to do this job. And it didn't even bolt the thing down. The rack's not modified correctly. The unit's not bolted in there. They covered it up. I mean, there's absolutely no way this unit could ever perform. And then sent them on their way and told them have a nice day. I mean, I wish I could run a business like that. But my customers expect me to fix it the right way so it works. So this guy's drove a long ways to come see me, and we're gonna fix it the right way. I mean, it's a little shameful, to just be honest with you, of what happened right here. But we're gonna fix it the right way, and I'm gonna have this guy super cold in his camper, and we're gonna show you the correct way to resolve this. Okay, so the 36515 is back. As you can see, what we have to do to modify this, of course, remember that coil's in there straight up and down. We modify that coil and we build the ductwork to match the offset of where the old 6538 was at. So now that this is correct, it will draw correctly, and the coil being modified over there, this thing is pulling air good. And then we took out the plastic blown return, and of course this is the return we built for this, and then it'll set up inside the unit right there and then attaches to the new unit. So now we've got it ready to go and do the install. And that's the way you've got to fix these. I mean, it's got to be able to draw the air from the floor. It's got to have enough room behind it, or it'll freeze up and it'll start tripping the high pressure limit switches. And trust me, guys, I've tried it multiple ways to try to make these things work correctly. And unfortunately, this is the only way I found that it works every time. And we're going to have good differential temperature. So we're going to go upstairs. We're going to go up to the camper now. We're going to install that piece right there. I got to modify the rack. The rack still does have to be modified because half of the outdoor fan motor discharge was blocked by the metal, so it wasn't going to pull air good. So we're going to go up there. I got a little template we're going to stick in there. I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, we're going to go up there and get that going now, and then we'll get this unit slid in, and it's pretty much plug and play at this point. So we've got the new elbow in, and I've got my template out here, and this pretty much tells me where the fan discharge is going to be. Now you can see half of that's plugged off, so we've got to go in here and modify this so this big girl can breathe. And then we'll have to take this off. This is just a shield that's on there. We're going to remove that because that back of that ductwork's definitely got to go back there and keep from hitting this. Well, we're going to go ahead and cut this out also. But we got to resolve this because it's got to breathe. All right, so just finished up with this. We've got the unit in. The ductwork all matches up. The returns all matched up. So let's go inside now and see what kind of differential temperatures we got. Now, keep in mind, Coleman says 17 to 20. So let's go in here and see what we got, because I've got this up here in the vent right now. Let's see what kind of temperatures we got here. So about 82 and a half. That's 26 degrees coming out of that vent right there. So there you go. I mean, it's not as easy as just throwing a set of ductwork on the back of it and hoping it's going to work. And that one didn't even have no ductwork on it. They just threw it in and took the money. So it's right now. The ductwork is correct. You saw that 17 to 20. That one had 26. So that one's rolling. So we're gonna put the cover down on this one, and they're gonna head on down the road. So there you go. All right, so there you go. That Winnebago tour is all finished up. They're heading on down the road. You know, obviously some challenges right there with the way that one was installed. And again, it's not as easy as just throw ductwork in and make it work. I mean, we do have to do a little bit to get that done. But it is what it is. We got it all fixed up. So that finishes up us here this week. I'm going to be here Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm heading back to beautiful Northport, Florida on Wednesday morning. Got a basement air down there coming in on Thursday. So got to get back home so I can get them under control. But yeah, it's been a nice warm week here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. And of course, there's that guy again, Cousin Gary.
Yeah.
He's been around here all week, and we've been, you know, he helped me load one up on the Estes truck going back to company out in Louisiana this week. So got that 6537 all fixed up and got them rolling. So how's your week been, Cousin Gary?
Pretty busy.
Was this week a little busier?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually had a few campers come in this week. Definitely not as many as we'd like to see come in, but they did come in, and again, Sunday is Easter, so yeah, maybe things will start rolling a little bit after Easter, so we'll see. But there you go. So that finishes up here this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Easter to you and your family. Thanks for watching, and as always, this video is
Cousin Gary approved.
We'll see you next week in beautiful Northport, Florida. Take care.